with our star. We find the last day continued to include filament destabilizations and collapses. We haven't had any of them erupt in Earth's direction, but several others remain. Southern coronal hole turning in down there as well. But yesterday, we showed the eminal spirals for the slow-moving CME that is headed our way. I'm kind of excited to see what this looks like in the solar wind, especially if NOAA's version of the analysis turns out to be correct. I've never seen a vacuum-favored solar shockwave where the leading component is a lack of particles. Should be interesting when it arrives in the coming days. Meanwhile, as I'm clearly losing my voice, we continue to monitor those plasma filaments. You can see they've continued erupting or collapsing here in 304 angstroms. Where we are focusing on less is the sunspots. Several active regions can be seen here, but they've continued their spread and decay phases in full swing. Northern grouping still contains large umbra, and while these spots may yet produce flaring, the chances of those flares and the chances they will be large is dropping as the active regions distend and fade a bit. Let's go to the earthquakes, where a 6.6 struck south of the Fiji Islands. It was yet another at the deep mantle transition zone, and it was out to sea, so damage is very minimalized in those circumstances. You may have heard about the ocean leak offshore of Oregon. Indeed, there is a superheated, chemically distinct water shooting up from the ground right at the fault line. This is important because the water acts as a lubricant for slow seismic movement, and without it deep below, the pressure can build, leading to a much larger earthquake, something to watch as time progresses here. Last but not least,